Hello everyone, I'm back with another video, and in today's video we have an HP laptop. This is an HP 240 G9 model. That information can be found on the bottom of the laptop, right on top of the serial number or under the serial number. It says HP 240 G9. And in this video, I'm going to take you on a step-by-step how you can replace the screen for your laptop. This one, they did break up the screen. It's kind of dirty. What if I power it on? I'll try to go to the BIOS. It's just gonna, I don't know if it has any battery. It does have battery. F10 to BIOS. But as you can see, this screen, it is really messed up. The ink, everything is dispersed all over the place. And it is right here, HP 240 14-inch G9. And I'm going to show you on a step-by-step how you can open it up and how you can replace the screen for this one. I'll leave the link for the tools I'll be using and the spare part for the new screen so you can purchase yours. All right, so let's leave this new screen on to one side. First, we're going to disassemble the screen. First, I recommend you to remove the screen completely from the detacher from the motherboard. So we're going to remove it, open it up. Power it down. You don't need to back up your files or anything like that. Just power it down. You're going to grab yourself a screwdriver. So I'll be using an iFix screwdriver set as they have all the bits that you need. If you get a Pro set, they will include you with an opening tool and some tweezers. If not, grab yourself a metallic guitar picks and grab yourself a plastic spatula, a curved tweezer, right? And with this, we're going to get it started. All right, first thing first, we're going to remove the back cover and the front rubber cover. So you want to stick the opening to guitar pick right underneath and lift it up and bring it up in 45. It has a little double-sided adhesive to it. So put it to one side or put it in the back. Same thing in the front. Just open it up. And we are going to grab ourselves a screwdriver. We're going to grab the Phillips number 1. We're going to remove the screws at the back and the screws in under here and 2 in the front exposed one. Go ahead and remove all the screws. All the screws are the same size and height, so don't worry about matching them. Also, if you guys like my videos, if you find my videos helpful and helping you guys out, you can support the channel by clicking that like and subscribe. I'll greatly appreciate it. All right, once we remove all the screws, we're going to put it to one side. We're going to grab also the opening tool, and we are going to detach the bottom cover. By opening up the screen a little bit, you're going to stick the opening tool between the bottom cover and the palm rest just like that. And you just want to twist it. And you want to do this all around here. All right. And once you did that, oh, the cover is just coming out. Close it down, lift up the cover, and there you have the bottom. Right over here, we have the battery. I do recommend you to disconnect the battery. Just remember when you disconnect the battery and you power it on, it will say CMOS reset to default. That's normal, that's okay. Remove 1, 2, 3, 4 screws on the battery. Again, the screws are the same size and height. Right, lift up the battery from here, bring it up, put it to one side. This plastic thing, just remember the orientation, lift it up. It won't go in the other way around, it only goes in one way. Sits right there, just kind of riser for the battery connector. Right, now we can work on a motherboard. First, we need to disconnect this Wi-Fi antenna. It goes under the hinge, over the hinge, and right under the flexor cable. It comes here. So we're going to detach them by lifting up. And we're going to remove 2 screws on this board. All right, let's put this to one side. And we are going to remove this board a little bit to the side so we can bring these cables out of the way. There we go. Now you can go ahead and put one of the screws in so it's just not dangling right there. Right. In this side, we are going to go ahead and remove 1 chrome screws and 2 black screws on this hinge and 2 screws on this hinge. So go ahead and remove this side first if you want. And remove 2 black screws on this other side. one chrome screw. All right. Now you need to lift up this hinge, flip it open, just like this. This side too. There we go. All right. And now we're gonna lift up this flex cable for the screen, which is right in here. You want to lift up this latch right in here. Let's remove this plastic here. Lift up the latch by flipping it 90-degree upward, and this flex cable has to slide out, just like that. It slides in, and the latch closes right on top. Right now we got that out of the way, this out of the way, we can just simply lift up the whole entire of the motherboard, and with the palm rest, it will come out. Put it to one side. All right, so we're gonna remove all the bezel. To start removing the bezel, we're gonna put our finger in here and we're gonna lift up this bezel, just rotate it like this. Has a little adhesive on the edges, just lift it up. You can put a little isopropylic alcohol to blend the adhesive underneath and move it up, lift it up. You can run this spatula right underneath. You're gonna hear that tape breaking up, and you can lift it up. If this one detaches first, don't worry about it. We still need to remove the other one. So detach it, bring it out. We need to remove this back cover too. Just twist a little bit backward and it will come out too. All right. And there we have the screen right in here. Now to remove this screen, has no screws on it. It has a two adhesive tape right at the end. Okay, my camera just cut out and I couldn't show you guys. I was just recording for nonsense. And I did remove it. This screen does come with an adhesive strips right at the back. They look something like this, one of them at least, and it will poke through here out a little bit. So you want to grab your flat tweezers, straight tweezers, and you want to grab it and you just want to slowly twist it and don't yank it upward to in a 45-degree and slowly gently bring it. So you don't want to break it. If you break it, you have to break the whole screen to remove it. Slide that adhesive out. Just pull it. I recorded with my cell phone. I'll leave that video right now so you can watch it. All right. Once we remove those adhesive, what you want to do, simply grab the screen from the top side, from where the webcam is, bring it up this way, and in here, those adhesive, they will go right here. We need to detach it from here. To detach it, let's go ahead and lift up a little bit right here so I can work like this. There's a little adhesive in here, crystal tape. What you can do, put an alcohol right on top, grab a little a cutter of some sort. I have a little cutter right here. And you can just go under this adhesive and lift it up. And now it comes out really easy with an alcohol. And once you have it in this position, you just want to slide it backward, just like it slides in. And once the alcohol dries out, it becomes really sticky again. And your screen, you can find the model for your screen right in here. I'll leave a compatible model right in the description. Is a B140XT N07.2. All right. This is a matte version, like it's not reflective. This one is a reflective version. So both will work fine depending which one you want. I mean glossy or reflective, I mean by that glossy. So what you want to do in here, you want to grab yourself the new screen. And before we put the new screen, we want to put the adhesive. Now, if you can purchase this double-sided tapes for the screen. These are kind of expensive, but if you don't want to get this one, you can grab yourself a double-sided adhesive. They work exactly the same, even there's no reason for it. So you can grab this adhesive, just cut a little bit. You don't need to cut whole entire of the length of the screen. Just cut a little bit, put it right over here. Because if your screen is broken, you're pretty much gonna break it to remove this adhesive. So there's no, again, reason. We're gonna put this one in. You can test the screen before you actually put the glue on double-sided adhesive to make sure that it's working. Otherwise, send it for a warranty. Let me just rotate this one from here to here. So I'm gonna plug it in a straight in. You have to go all the way in. It clicks in, tiny click. There we go. And then I can bring this tape over. I can put it right in here. I'm not gonna rip those adhesive, just gonna set this one right down here first. And I see this thing goes from underneath upward from here. So I'm gonna bring it. Let's remove this bezel. And I'm gonna plug it in here. Just slide it right in there. Close it down. And let's grab the battery. You can put the battery right on top. All right, I'm gonna power it on. And there's a light for the power, and I should get a screen. I'm gonna go F10. Where's my F10? The CMOS is gonna be reset to default. It's probably gonna show me. It takes like a 30 seconds. But I'm tapping on F10 to go to the BIOS. There we go. But I can see the whole screen is working fine. But again, press enter, it will restart, and F10, and it will go to the BIOS. So let me see. Right there, I'm in the BIOS, and the screen is working perfectly fine. Right, so I can continue by shutting it down. And let's go ahead and disconnect the battery. Remove the flex cable. Remove the laptop. Bring it up. Now we're gonna lift it up, and we're gonna peel off this double-sided tape so we can attach it. There's one, two, and bring it down, set it right into the frame. Push down on a flat surface, push it gently, don't not too harsh. And there we go. Run these cables nicely between the grooves. You don't want them to get pinched. All right, there we go. Now, first we're gonna put the top bezel. This bezel right here. Put it right underneath. All right, I'm gonna pull this thing on top. I'm gonna push it down. It's gonna click in. Just work yourself all around. It has to click in. If it doesn't click in, because something is wrong. There's a magnet here, and the magnet thing is not clicking in. I don't like that. I want to see what is stopping it from clicking. Just pinch them all around. Once everything is pinched in, you want to put the bottom section, this one here. You want to grab it, bring it down inside the, has to go right underneath. Close the hinge a little bit. Right there, and push it down, and it will just snap to its place. There we go. Right. When you want to go to the client, then you can just peel this one up. Right. Grab the laptop, put it right, scoop it right under the hinge with all the cables, everything right neatly placed in there. Lift up the latch, slide the flex cable evenly, straight, gently right inside the connector. Don't damage these flex cables, please. You will always force them gently. Make sure it stays down straight and lock it down. And you can bring the latch over the hinge. Grab this part. Remember, you have to remove the screw. First, we're gonna put it under. It doesn't necessarily has to go under, but is over under. But for some reason, they like doing this. So we're gonna keep it like this, keep it like that, and bring this hinge down so it keeps it in place. Now we are gonna connect them. Honestly, the orientation for this antenna doesn't mean anything. You can put any of them to any of them. They are the same, just antennas. And you're gonna put the two screws for this board. Two screws on the hinge. Remember, these screws have to go here and here. The other one goes from the bottom cover. And this one goes right in the corner here. And one right here. And the chrome screw goes right beside the connector that holds the hinge on the motherboard right there. Right? Grab this adapter for the riser for the battery, put it right in there. Grab your battery. There's two holes in here. One is for the pinhole right in here. First, put this corner down. The pinhole goes right in there. And then this other side, bring it down. And then just let go right in there. Put the chrome screws right over the battery, wherever you see a screw hole. One right in the corner, one beside the jack. There's nothing in this side, only on one side. And one right over the riser, and one beside the palm rest right in the middle. You don't need to put anything here because it doesn't go anything. You won't even have screws. All right, once you have everything in here ready, you want to grab the bottom cover, bring it over. I like to scoop down the USB HDMI side down first in a 45-degree angle, and then I push it down. I hit those click sounds, and then I let go of this side, and then I push this side down, and the front, and the back, and I hear those nice click sounds. And oh, I forgot. Bottom cover, there's a long screws and the short one. The short ones are the one two in the front, and the long ones are the rest of the place. Put the two short ones in the front end. And these back corners are the important one because those are for the hinge. And the rest are just to hold the cover in, I guess. Not a big deal. All right. Remember, once you power on, it takes few seconds for the motherboard to do a mem check and post checking. It's called. So don't panic, and it's gonna tell you press enter to restart because the CMOS reset to default because this motherboard do not have a BIOS dedicated pass battery. So once you restart, it will go to the Windows with no problem. I'm gonna power it on so you guys can see. If this one is not sticky, get a double-sided adhesive, transparent, and you're set to go. When you open it up and you see any gap opening, anything like that, you can pinch them and it will go to its place. All right, now we're gonna power it on, and it's gonna give me that the CMOS reset to default. It is very reflective. So I'm gonna wait up to 30 seconds and we should get the text that says the BIOS was reset, which is nothing you have to configure or anything like that. There we go. CMOS checksum invalid. CMOS reset to default. Press enter to restart. Press enter, and it will restart, and it will start loading up the Windows, and it will go to the Windows just like it should be. Logo, and there's the Windows. Again, I hope you guys like this video and helped you guys out. If you have any question or request, feel free to leave them in a video comment. I'll try to answer them as soon as I can. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video.